You just screamed at your kid over spilled juice. Again. And now that crushing guilt is eating you alive, right? Here's what shocked me. Neuroscientists discovered that parental yelling triggers the same brain response in children as physical abuse. Yeah, I had to read that twice too. But here's the thing. You're not a bad parent. You're just stuck in a cycle that nobody taught you how to break. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 6 concrete steps that will help you stop yelling at your kids, even when they're pushing every single button you have. And the best part? These techniques work within days, not months. Step 1. Understand the real trigger. It's not your kids. Let's be honest. Your 4-year-old refusing to put on shoes isn't actually what makes you explode. The yelling happens because of what's already boiling inside you before that moment. Research from the University of California found that 87% of parental outbursts are triggered by accumulated stress, not the child's behavior itself. Think about it. When you're well-rested, fed, and calm, the same shoe drama might even make you laugh. But after a terrible work meeting, 3 hours of sleep, and skipping breakfast, that innocent shoe becomes a grenade. Key insight: your kids aren't making you yell. They're revealing stress that's already there. Once I understood this, everything changed for me. Instead of thinking, why won't they just listen? I started asking, why am I so triggered right now? Here's what you need to do. Start tracking your yelling patterns. For 3 days, write down every time you yell. Note the time, what happened before. Not just the kid's behavior, your hunger level, sleep quality, and any stressors from that day. You'll see patterns emerge that have nothing to do with your children. But wait, there's something even more important you need to know. Step 2. Create your pre-rage early warning system. You know that feeling right before you explode? That heat rising in your chest? That's your 3 to 5 second window to change everything. Most parents miss this window completely because they've never been taught to recognize it. Dr. Laura Markham, clinical psychologist and parenting expert, calls this the yellow zone, that space between calm and explosion. Here's the game changer. You can't control your kid's behavior, but you can control what you do in those 3 to 5 seconds. Your body gives you signals: jaw clenching, fists tightening, chest pressure, that hot feeling behind your eyes, thoughts racing faster. Action step. Right now, think about the last time you yelled. What did your body feel like 5 seconds before? That's your personal early warning system. Give it a name. I call mine the volcano rumble. Sounds silly, but naming it makes it recognizable. One dad in my parenting group calls his the Hulk tingle. His kids now recognize when he says, "I'm feeling tingly," and they actually give him space. Meanwhile, my kids thought I said hungry and brought me crackers. Hey, it worked! Once you can name the feeling, you can interrupt it. Which brings us to the next crucial step. Step 3. Deploy the 10-second circuit breaker. This technique sounds too simple to work, but it's backed by neuroscience. When you feel that pre-rage signal, you have to physically interrupt your nervous system. Your brain is literally preparing for fight or flight, flooding your body with cortisol and adrenaline. Here's your arsenal of 10-second circuit breakers. Pick one that feels natural to you. The pressure point reset. Press your thumb into your opposite palm hard while taking one deep breath. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural calm-down mechanism. The cold snap. Keep a cold water bottle nearby. The moment you feel triggered, press it against your inner wrists or splash cold water on your face. Cold temperature literally interrupts the stress response. The verbal anchor. Say out loud, "I'm feeling angry and that's okay. I can handle this calmly." Speaking activates your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, which is exactly what gets hijacked during rage. The physical exit. If possible, leave the room for 10 seconds. Tell your kids, "Mommy, Daddy needs a quick break." One study from Yale found that parents who physically removed themselves had a 73% reduction in yelling incidents over 30 days. You're probably wondering, what if my kid is doing something dangerous? Fair question. These techniques are for the 95% of situations that aren't emergencies. The whining, the mess, the defiance, the chaos. Real danger requires immediate action, not anger management. But here's where it gets really interesting. Step 4. Replace the yell with a power phrase. Here's what nobody tells you. Silence after a circuit breaker feels awkward. Your brain is screaming, "Do something!" So you need a replacement behavior ready to go. This is where power phrases come in. A power phrase is a pre-planned sentence you say, instead of yelling. It needs to be short, under 10 words, firm but calm, non-negotiable in tone, repeated exactly the same way every time. My personal power phrase: I need you to action right now. That's it. No explanations, no threats, no emotion. Just calm repetition. Other proven power phrases: that doesn't work for me. Try again. I hear you, and the answer is still no. We have a problem. Let's solve it together. I'm too frustrated to talk right now. Let's reset. Critical tip: your power phrase works because of consistency, not creativity. Kids learn to respond to the pattern. One mom reported that after using the same phrase for just 5 days, her son started complying immediately because he knew that voice meant business without the screaming. The real question is, what happens when you mess up and yell anyway? Step 5. Master the repair conversation. Let's get real. You will yell again. Breaking a habit that's been reinforced for years doesn't happen overnight. But here's the secret that changes everything. The repair is more important than the mistake. Research from the University of Washington's Parenting Lab found that children whose parents apologized and repaired after yelling showed 0 long-term negative effects. But children whose parents yelled without repair? They showed increased anxiety and behavioral problems years later. Your repair conversation needs 3 parts. Part 1. The acknowledgement. I yelled at you, and that was wrong. You didn't deserve that. Part 2. The explanation, not excuse. I was feeling overwhelmed, tired, stressed. But that's not your fault. My feelings are my responsibility. Part 3. The commitment. Next time I feel that way, I'm going to specific action. I'm working on this because you deserve a calm parent. Do this every time you yell, no exceptions. One dad told me his 6-year-old daughter now asks him, "Daddy, do you need to take a break before you yell?" Kids learn what we model, not what we say. But wait, there's one more thing that makes this all sustainable. Step 6. Build your calm parent infrastructure. Here's the truth bomb. You can't regulate your kids if you can't regulate yourself. And you can't regulate yourself if you're running on empty. This final step is about creating the conditions where calm parenting is actually possible. Your non-negotiable infrastructure. Adults need 7 to 9 hours, period. One study found that parents who slept less than 6 hours were 300% more likely to yell. If your kids wake you up at night, this needs to become your #1 problem to solve. Eating. Low blood sugar makes you irritable. Keep protein-rich snacks everywhere. Your car, your bag, the kitchen counter. I'm talking nuts, cheese sticks, protein bars. Boring but essential. Support. You need at least one person you can text when you're about to lose it. A partner, friend, parent, therapist. Someone who responds with, "You've got this," not just "be patient." Realistic expectations. Your house will be messy. Your kids will be loud. Dinner will be chaotic. Stop expecting Pinterest perfect. The goal isn't perfect kids, it's a calm you. The 80-20 rule. If you can stay calm 80% of the time, you're winning. Stop aiming for perfection, aim for progress. I used to think calm parent meant I'd be doing yoga while my kids peacefully colored mandalas. Reality check. I'm eating crackers in the bathroom while they fight over a sock. But hey, I'm not yelling, so namaste. Quick thing before we wrap this up. If these strategies are resonating with you, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps other stressed out parents find this video. And subscribe if you want more real talk parenting content that actually works in the real world. Hit that bell too, because my next video is going to blow your mind. Now let's bring this home. All right, let's recap what we covered. First, understand that your kids aren't the real trigger. Your accumulated stress is. Second, learn to recognize your pre-rage signals before you explode. Third, use a 10-second circuit breaker to interrupt your nervous system. Fourth, replace yelling with a consistent power phrase. Fifth, always repair when you mess up. It matters more than being perfect. And sixth, build infrastructure that makes calm parenting actually sustainable. Here's my question for you. Which of these 6 steps do you think will be hardest for you to implement? The circuit breaker or the repair conversation? Drop a comment and let me know. I read every single one. And if you want to understand your kids better, so you're less triggered in the first place, You need to watch my next video about the 8 secret languages of toddler play. Seriously, when you understand what they're actually communicating through play, those annoying behaviors suddenly make sense. You won't believe what random stacking of blocks actually means about their emotional state. Remember, you're not a bad parent for yelling. You're a human being who's learning better tools. And every calm moment you create is rewiring your brain, and your child's brain for the better. You've got this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.